It is time for some FACEIT League. Four matches between top 5 teams going on in NA Expert, and one of those being this Iliad Artemis taking on Wizard Cats match we got going on here tonight. Let me pull up the standings. We'll just take a quick look. So, okay, Artemis entered the week as a top 5 team. I mean, this is upon entering the week. Did drop their last series, I believe that was to Spark. So currently 6-2, and yeah, indeed, that was match last week against BCU Spark. And because of that loss, this kind of starting to feel like a must-win for Artemis. At least to keep them in that top 5 conversation, right? If you can move to 7-2 and put Wizard Cats at 7-2, you've got the head-to-head. Hive Mind Villains are 7-3. You have an opportunity to kind of sneak back up into that 4th, 5th place slot here if you're Iliad Artemis. But if you can't pull this one out here tonight, you're going to end up dropping 2 in a row here, moving to 6-3, and going from top 5 to top 10, based off of 2 back-to-back losses. And that again, that's if they can't pull out this win. Taking a look at the history of this squad, Artemis has been around for a hot minute. They've been competing in FACEIT League for as long as I've been casting it, so back in Season 2, and have been an expert all 3 seasons. Pretty dominant force through all 3 of those seasons as well. Finished 6th, 5th, 6th playoff finish there for Stage 2. One of the 9-5 teams in Season 3. But then, once again, punch up to a 5th, 6th finish in playoffs. Started off quite strong with a 6-1 record. So if they can get some dubs here over this hump, I think it'll be some good momentum for Artemis heading into the back half of the season, which we are in week 5. So we are officially, already starting the second half. There's definitely been some changes, but I don't feel like it's changed too much. I believe Mardux, Industrial, and Maverick have been with this squad for some time. Yeah, Mardux, Industrial, and Maverick, yeah. Oh, and Pink Array's was back here on Season 2 as well. So never mind. With Fern in the squad, this has been a team that has just been together forever. Yeah, of course Pink Array was on this team. What am I thinking? Of course Pink Array was in Season 2. Duck comes in Season 4 to kind of fill that role. It's kind of play the 5th here in Artemis, which I guess has been kind of the final piece of the puzzle that Iliad Artemis have been looking for, with the other 4 staying quite consistent since their debut back in Season 2. So Artemis are hoping this is the 5. They get Duck on the squads, the P's needed to finally propel them up into Master Division. Let's zoom in on the Cats. The Cats flew under my radar for a while. I'm not going to lie. So Easy Peasy looks, I believe, to be the only one that's carried over from that inaugural season for Wizard Cats. A season where, they place 21st, they, don't quite make postseason, they get relegated to Advanced, where they get 2nd place. I believe that was actually enough. So honestly, I don't know if 2nd place would definitely be enough to get them promoted now. So at the end of the day, that's what matters. Honestly, it was my own curiosity getting the best of me. But at the end of the day, whether it was through this 2nd place finish in Advance where they make it to the grand finals, or they got through an expert qualifiers here at the beginning of 2025, either way, they find themselves back in expert here for Season 4 and with an exceptional record. Curious roster here in Season 3. Do we have it? Does this roster start to look more familiar? They are Wizard Cats at this time. This is when you see Monoa join the squad. Okay. So Monoa comes in there in Season 3. So making their return to Expert. What a glorious return. So remember, starting in Expert, they had 8 wins on the entire season in Season 2. Here in Season 4, they're looking to match that number tonight. Barely halfway, or just a little over halfway through the season. Their one loss, like anybody else that's gone up against them, is to BCU Spark. But, when your one loss is the only undefeated team left in the division, there's, zero worries there, right? You have nothing to be concerned about. Absolutely can prove yourself as the number 2 team. And come back and, seek that revenge in the postseason or whatever the case may be. You did auto qual for Expert, lost out in Master Quals. Okay. I remember seeing y'all in Master Quals. That's right. I remember seeing y'all in Master Quals. That would have been insane. You just jump straight from Advanced to Master. 3-2 Irvine, which is Romani's team. That's a great win. Oh, running into Tanuki. You ran into Tanuki. That will do it. Benny and Spiff joined for that Extinction Winter Tourney. That's right. Okay, I cast that. Yeah, that Extinction Tourney was good. And then Mick joined for OWCS. Awesome. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. You know, I mean, we get by with some help from our friends, right? That's how we roll. Y'all know I need all the help I can get. Dorado banned out from Wizard Cats, Route 66 to pick out of Artemis here if we need that map 5. Wouldn't surprise me if we did. We've had 4 map 5s on this channel in the last 5 matches that we've broadcast. Yeah, let that number sink in. Well, let's search for game server. That would probably be a good idea. Meanwhile, your map pool for today: Nepal, Blizzard World, Esperanca, Suravasa, and Route 66. Sojourn has banned out here. Let's go get these bands plugged in. Oh my T went down the wrong pipe. That was not good. Oh, my eyes are watering. T went down the wrong pipe. Let's get into Nepal. It's time for map 1. Oh my god. Here in beautiful Nepal. Here in your mountainside village. You know, this village must have just the, like, crispest, cleanest air of anywhere ever. Get the GLHF in chat. Mono coming out on the Rawatra. Maverick showing the same. Ooh, with that slick recolor of the, oh, I forget what the name of that original skin is called, but yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Keep an eye. There we go. Keep an eye on the Flora. Is that a... Yeah, it's Mick. I was like, wait a minute, who am I messing up there? Mickey isn't a streamer tag here or something. Incredible back and forth there to start with. Maverick is just gonna punch through everybody. Figure had enough of the Genji, comes back, and Maverick just stays unkillable. I mean, it was a huge advantage. I really thought Wizard Cats had first control, but they could not wrestle down the Ramatra. Reinforcements returned, and it's going to be Artemis who actually grabbed first cap after a very drawn-out first fight. I thought Cats had that one for sure. They had a huge player advantage. Maverick just completely swung that the other direction. Benevolence back on the point. Does not land the pulse. Sounds a pretty damn fast pulse. Pinkar coming to back up Industrial, and Benny hightails it on out. Mick is 90% towards their barrage as well, but Marks already has this continuing rush on the objective. Pinkar leverages it in 1 kill, but dies for it. Mono in a bit of trouble. The coverage coming in from the Rockets. Mick is not quite able to lock him down. Marnox ends up overextended, though. Easy peasy. Looked like a good boot. Kind of put Marnox out of position. Dropping him with the moving barrage and around the corner to find Maverick. What a cool perk that is. Just amazing. That is one of the more quality of life perks. One of the better quality of life perks of the game. You can see, yeah, Mick using it to great effect. Pops a barrage, then turns the corner. Make sure to mow down Maverick. Secure the cap there for the Cats. Oh, nice shot. Damn, Duck. All right, talked about we need a duck emote. Oh, and you know, that would be a perfect time to use it right there. You know, that kind of killer shot on the Benny. That is exactly when you would want to throw your duck emotes in chat. It would also work for when Quick Academy is playing or any alternate team. You know, see, I think a duck emote would have multiple uses here on this channel. Also, I love this skin. The skin is really cool. Ooh, nice move. You don't expect the Flora to come out of kitchen. Most definitely did not expect that. Orbital Ray onto this point as The Cats. We'll see if they can rest it on Maverick. They will finally bring Maverick down. Industrial gets the sound barrier in, but it's too late to save their tank, and the duplicate fades. Pankaray's gonna try to lock down Nick with the focusing beam. Can't get it done. Wizard Cats flip the objective. Oh, Benny rocking the butt stallion. Gotta love the butt stallion. Props if you catch the butt stallion reference. This Echo skin is sick. It's the recolor of the Fleta skin. Ooh, what a move. Pushes up top. Grabs that kill. Container rush out from Mardox here again. Manoa tried to just hold this corner with that annihilation, but Pankar sneaks around to pick up the kill. With 97%, Artemis gets control back on this objective. Is there anybody here to touch? I believe Benny got in for a touch, but Mick is taken down outside. Manoa goes back onto the wrecking ball just to get back onto this objective. But they're gonna have to do it alone as Benny has been found out. Industrial picking up that kill, and it's just a little bit of roll back and forth here from Manoa. Oh, and easy peasy is just a touch late to tag in. Not that it would have helped all that much. Weren't any ultimates there to try to cheat out a win, and we're gonna get Village going over to Artemis. All right, Pankarek going over into the Genji. Whoop. Heard the on coming easy peasy. Easy peasy goes immediately across the wall into the back line. Leaping up to the other side. Pankarek moving a match here on bridge side, but then immediately goes back to help deal with Benny. Ends up in a 2v2 with the Lucios and the two flankers fighting it out. Meanwhile, Manoa able to grab a lot of space, commands the entirety of the bridge, and as such, Wizard Cats get control of this point. Still no picks here in the opening minute. It says, I say that Mardox is going to fly, Benny. Gets the headshot in. Oh, but easy peasy, and Manoa deliver it back. Second fight, Mardox. Let's get pretty quick here on the Kitsune rushes. Psycho or Spliff on the other side, whichever you has made a swap over into Curie of their own. You're missing out on a couple of the perks, but does get the Kitsune rush out first. Trying to get Manoa onto this point. Oh, there's Manoa's pop. Ooh, the Kitsune rush right directly at Manoa. The barrage coming in over the top, and Benny lands the stick. So despite what looked like a better Kitsune rush, the ult investment comes in plethora, in spades there out of Wizard Cats, and they'll take the control right back. It was a 4 ult investment out of the Cats. I think we're at 95 towards the Blaze. He has the Dragon Thirst for that life steal during the Dragon Blade ultimate. Also does a little extra damage on the dash through. So his ultimate is as beefed up as Pankarek can get it. Duck's going to open with the Bob, though. And throw Mr. Butler out of the point, and Manoa ends up off of down to the side, and somewhere dead. Ends up just being a free flip. Now, there could have been a boop. Speaking of boops. Oh, Doc is able to coach gun themselves back onto the point. We are going to get a touch here out of Benny. They'll get this to 99. Yep, indeedy. No, to other Curie players out there, notice the patience with the Suzu, not wasting it on anything frivolous. Nope, it's what's... Hey, easy peasy. As I say that, they kind of did waste it on something frivolous. Mick gets the kill and the mega. And with a late Salmir only going on 2 people. Oh, they won't even make it back onto the point. Cats will force her out 3. Pinker back into this Echo heading over the top. Try to counter Mick on the Pharah. Elephant, excuse me. Yeah, no, that was right. Elephant approach here. Out of Artemis. Vinny already trying to push in and see if they can take away some of that safe hiding space there behind the statue. But this does get the recall forced out. Moves back towards main. Volley of Sticky's land, and Pinker is going to find the kill. But good dynamite landed in there from Duck as well. So the elephant side approach, working out. Oh, that was a great Rabbitous Vortex, but not quite able to lock down these pieces. It does catch Mon Noah overextended. First cap does go to the Cats here, but Artemis are going to take it right back. Industrial with a wicked fast sound barrier through that first fight. Yeah, they are going to get aggressive with that. Maverick trying to push forward. Looks to be a pretty good disengage. They're a lot of Maverick trying to put their back to the rest of the team, trying to body block some healing. Does catch Mick inside the hallway, but there's the annihilation out of Manoa. Trying to protect. Benny picks up 2 with that swap onto the cast. Make it 3. Oh, Betty's just gonna go there with a nasty 4 Ps. Benevolence putting in the work, and there you go. Gets the perk there on the very first foray into the cast. Mr. Butler throwing in the back, considering rush invested here out of Cats. Manoa finds Industrial immediately. Easy peasy still holding on to this summer. Is super low, isn't going to drop it. Okay. The Bob actually finds the pick. Maverick's annihilation, still keeping him up as the Deadeye is invested in. Deadeye doesn't even pop out before Maverick goes down. Now using the speed, trying to wait out the duplicate iframes. Pinker actually takes a good bill of damage there at the beginning, but finds Benevolence with the piercing damage on those pummels. Gets the Colat. There's the Mick. Ooh! Mick goes down. Mick down! Mick down! Manoa finds Warnock through it all. This is a very bloody, broken fight. Artemis able to force the Cats back, but only for the Cats to respond with a nice 2-piece. Very wide flank there from Mick. Whoop. Yeah, Maverick thought about going that way. Yeah, no, y'all don't want to go that way. Speeding on this point, we have Kitsune rushes available for both sides. Ooh. And Psychic goes down. Kitsune rushes directly on top of each other. Maverick pushes forward, picks up kill on the Manoa. Artemis able to get this one right back. Nice little volley of headshots there with the staff at the end. So Marnix got picked once before, kind of trying to push out and get a little greedy with the damage. Comes back very quickly this time around. Give me final fight for the map. Mick, ooh, the sideways burst almost got in there undetected. They end up taking a lot of damage from the outside. Do force Mardix backs on barrier, message here from Industrial. Annihilation on the point as Vinny's gonna pop the Deadeye right up Main Street. Might just use it to finish off this bomb. The bomb is moved back by a little bit of space. Does fall. Barrage in over the top. Mick is gonna find Industrial with it, but Maverick gets the Annihilation out. Can it work through the sound barrier here from Easy Peasy? Easy Peasy low is whittled down, but it's not enough to take care of Montnova and Benny, who are still hanging on this point. Pancaray had swapped to a farm. Benny finds him. There's the flip. Ooh, it's a 90% flip. Is there time for a recontest? Duck hiding up top. Not going to get it. It's going to be broken at best. And it looked like that was indeed final fight. Maverick does get a touch here on the Doom, but locked into place. Ooh, Pancaray gets two, but gets themselves as well. A valiant attempt, but not enough. Wizard Cats will take map 1. Stats for map 1. What stands out? What stands out? Ooh, Benny and Pancaray both with 9 deaths, both very, very even. 29 versus 32 there in the damage. Manoa 36 and 8. Psycho with fewest deaths there at 7. Headed into Wizard Cat's pick of Blizzard World here for map number 2. Yeah, put the camera someplace cool, and then I'll get those bands put in for you. Just somewhere we can see what the defense is doing. All right. And that was an Ana ban out of Artemis and a Torbjorn ban out of the Cats. There we go. Those who carry with the Diva defense. Pancaray coming out on the far. Woo! Mick went for the jump shot. That would have been cool. Doesn't land it. We will get Benny versus Duck here in the Sojourn battle. Manoa here on the Hazard. Manoa is... I remember Manoa looking very good on the Hazard last time we had the Cats on stream. That was a good shot there. Duck whacked in the majority of the damage. Maverick's missiles do get the final blow. But beautiful, beautiful defensive effort there. All guns pointed there at Mav. Excuse me. At Manoa. Manoa comes off of the hazard, and we're going into the Winston. All five back up for the defense. Keep an eye on Pancaray. We'll be putting in a lot of damage here on this outside. Moves into this right side flank. And they're going to lose Mick out of the sky. So there's not much to challenge Pancaray out here. Look, they sent Easy Peasy in to see if they can clean off that side. Just doesn't end up working out. The front line is chased off by Maverick Company. Never find an answer there for Pancaray on the flank. Benny does have a fully loaded railgun. Ooh, trying to lock down Pancaray here. Louis, thank you for the follow. Are that like UTD, Louis? Mick over the top. Ooh, trying to find one of those supports. Industrial comes around and picks up the kill. Mick couldn't quite lock him down there with the focusing beam. Do get Benny dropping the overclock here from this left-hand side. A couple of shots at a couple of different targets, man. Not enough to put anybody back in spawn. He's actually going to get chased down. And the self-destruct gets Maverick back in mech. Duck has the difference maker of the ultimate in the OC. I mean, you got Barrage versus Dupe and dueling sound barriers here. Now, I think the Dupe typically will get more value. Oh, not if you grab a Kiri, though. Not able to get anything with that. Pancaray's going to drop this Barrage right on top of Mick's head. I will say, after the 3-2 ult, it's just a +1 for this defense. Manoa throwing in the third here for the attacking Cats. Was hoping to lock down Mardix, but they're a swift step out there in the tail end of the ultimate. Maverick is low down here inside a stable. Is eventually going to be forced out. Can't hang out there too long. Benny looking to claim some high ground on the back of this map control, bought by Manoa. And that is enough. It just denies a recontest here on the end. Wasn't, a big grand play or team wipe, just wonderful map control. Good positioning out of Benny there on the Soj. This late pick or early pick, depending on how you want to look at it, could be big. Manoa needs to get topped up, though. Oh, Mick will get that kill on the Mardux. We saw Manoa almost got it with the alternate fire. You see all the attention thrown on to Mick there in the skies. I mean, it was 3 players that went up to see if they could take Mick down. Intersecting roads here in the middle of Blizzard World. Empowered by Foxes, everybody's shooting fast. You know what? It's going to be Mick who makes the best of it, makes the most of it. Benny able to get some value out of that Consider Rush as well. Ends up being a +2 here for the Cats. They're going to clean up. Not without losing one, but still they're able to hold some good forward positioning, and this should be enough for the cap. Oh, that is a very late investment on that. Hey, you're going to get both supports. You force a reset out of Maverick. So despite the late investment with the 150 overclock using that overcharged perk, it ends up working out. It ends up being some good value as far as Manoa is able to pull in, grab some much needed forward space, very powerful forward space here on this point C. Try to not let Maverick and company set up on this corner. The rigid health doesn't last very long there for a Diva mech. You got a bit of a badonkadonk there in mech. Dueling sound barriers here over the point. Both fading out, and defense just kind of takes a couple steps back into the corner, trying to stay alive. Manoa looking to pursue. We're going to get a quick D-mech there on the Maverick, but Benevolence goes down in the process. Manoa's going to go ahead and pop this Primal. Got a couple of hits in. Duck on Quack. Fading off on the overclock. Not able to find what they need. Really not able to find much value because of that Primal, but you know what? Manoa doesn't get any picks either, so the defense still 5 strong. Wizard Cats kind of searching for another way in here. Nick has been pretty consistent about delivering some of these opening picks. Comes in over the top. Kind of a scattered flurry of sticky bombs on that one. Not able to lock down the shot onto Pankare. Bardock's inside Q. Immediately both throwing out Kitsune rushes. Easy peasy. Takes down Pankare out of the sky. All the guns then pointed at Maverick, and D.Va is immediately taken out of mech. Sound barrier comes in. Does save the pilot form of the D.Va, but Maverick can't quite get back in mech. That's going to be the cap. It was a good boot from Easy Peasy there to make sure those last three players couldn't get on and really min-max the time bank there for Wizard Cats. Artemis had the potential to stall for a bit longer. I don't know if they were going to win it out. Like, I wouldn't quite call that a C9 or anything, but there was definitely the potential for a little bit longer stall. Maybe to try to get that clock underneath the 1 minute mark. But as it stands, a precious 90 seconds, or close to it at least. They're on the board here from the Cats. Aww. Mick says when you low-key picked the wrong perk. Noah must have accidentally picked the Destructibles perk. Those are yard pylons wouldn't stand a chance. Oh, got the body shot, but not quite the head. Looked like Mick turns there at the last second to make that head hitbox as small as humanly possible. Nice move. Bardock's, peeks a little too far out there. Oh, Benny finds both supports here in the opening 25 seconds. It's a start here for the Cats. With that just sexy engine noise. I can just listen to it. Oh, it's so awesome. Unfortunately, Maverick has to put the brakes on that acceleration. In fact, they just make a quick U-turn and head right back onto the starting line. Wait for a respawn here. Another attempt at this. Third try coming out here from Artemis. Hey, you know what? The first two went by pretty quick, so you still got a decent time bank coming in. And a slight lead on the Kitsune rush here to open things up. Oh, but can you contain Biddy? Nobody seems able to stop Benevolence right now. Biddy just getting it done in the neutral. And making it take so long for Artemis to get this first ult cycle really going. And I was talking about you were kind of hanging in there, even as far as ultimates are concerned, but not after that fight. The defensive Cats have managed to step up. So now 3 ultimates online here for this defense versus 1 on the other side. Gonna make the Kitsune rush here to start things off. Bardock does have 1 to answer with. Maverick gets all the damage out of that focusing beam, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for Artemis fans. Fortunately here for Wizard Cats fans. Benny comes up with yet another pick. And we get the primal rage started in the mix as well. Cats looking indomitable here on this point A defense, and we're starting to see why they picked Blizzard World. They have got this point on lock. Really nowhere for Artemis to stage from. Try to push in right side. Yeah, Maverick's going to go take Griffin. What's the move from here? Okay, just force Monoa out. Cross over to that left-hand side. Duck on Quack won't get a chance to pop their ultimate as Benny has already gotten in their face. Picked up one, picked up two. Oh, my. The terror of Benevolence was eventually halted, but not before yet another multi-kill team fight out of the Sojourn. Artemis trying to make a quick approach here. Hopefully they can beat Benny back into this fight. Duck on Quack's gonna pop the overclock. Mick with the duplicate onto the Diva, falling in out of the sky. Sound barrier comes out for both of our squads. Paykar will take care of the Benevolence problem out of the gate. Okay, that's one down, but there's still more work to be done. Freak taken, or excuse me, Mick taken out of that duplicate before they can call in the mech. And does manage to actually get the return kill onto Duck, but Artemis managed to move on to this point despite the Spliff Kitsune. And we'll get this car on the road. Yep. Ben has been disgusting this map. I mean, just truly sick. Lights out performance. Side angle Kitsune rush coming out from Mardux. Oh, Mono immediately picks them off. Payne Correa with a good kill down low. I will say, I think Manoa using the chain lightning is the first player I've seen use that. So you can see it kind of bouncing around in there as Manoa gets some good ult charge off of that. You see, look at that, 6%. Yeah, that's like 6%, 7% per shot landing. Manoa's building up some wicked fast ult charge with the chain lightning perk. This is the first time I've seen this used. Benny with a good shot on to Ducky. That'll just send the defense packing. Manoa has been the leader of the neutral game here so far on this map. Now coming up on some ultimates. Industrial going to engage with the sound barrier. Easy peasy, actually a bit ways off on that, but a good disengage. I mean, everybody just kind of scattered to the winds, actually, from Wizard Cats. Wasn't so much a good, clean disengage as everybody just kind of scattered. Cockroaches with the lights being turned on. The duplicate will get denied by that self-destruct. Maverick able to get back in mech. So is Freak, for that matter. Benevolence with an overclock there, though. Mardix is going to go down. This is the battle inside of the Hall of Heroes. Finds Maverick demeched for the second time in this fight. $18 seconds remain. You got a couple of DPS ults to work with. Paycore sleeping around on the outside. Duck goes down. Oh no! How does that happen? How does that happen? Kitsune Rush is going to be thrown directly onto the point. This is basically a 3v1 versus Paycore. Paycore is backing up into the Mega. And just trying to do whatever they can. But that was a Herculean effort the Wizard Cats put before Artemis as they claim their map pick of Blizzard World. Oh yeah, you bet Benevolence got play of the game. You betcha. Look at some stats there. Let's look at some Benny stats from map 2. There you go. 30 and 4. 13k damage. Manoa actually had most damage there on the Winston. You know, started off on the Hazard, quickly swapped over to the Winston. Actually, I mean, 22 and 2. Spiff with only 1 death there on the carry. All around outstanding map out of the cast, but 30 and 4 there for Benny. We've already had 1 reverse sweep today. Are we going to get another one? All right, Esperanca pick here out of Iliad Artemis. Far and Kiriko banned out. Who banned what? I like the fact that we're getting no repeat bans. I say that Artemis banned Far twice in a row here. Actually, Artemis also repeat banned Ana as well. Kiriko says, I'm so Wizard Cat. Easy to be a fan of the cats here. I remember we went to Advanced Division. Came back up. Fought their way back into Expert here for Season 4. Now looking to close out a 3-0 over one of the most long-stand tough teams in the division and solidify their spot in 2nd place behind the undefeated BCU Spark. Benny with a spectacular map, too, there on Blizz. Sticking with this Sojourn, heading into Esperanca. Okay, Maverick and Artemis, obviously looking to see if they can start the comeback right here, right now, and they're going to be using this Manga comp to do it. Wait, what is this Manga skin? This skin is amazing. Okay, anyway, let's not get too distracted. Sorry. All right, goal is to close the gap without taking too much damage. Although, with Mono on the Ramatra, I mean, this is kind of a lot of damage output from Maverick versus a lot of sustain from Mono. Obviously, the Manga has plenty of sustain of their own, but that's really only if they have that Cardiac Overdrive going. So the slow and steady push forward there out of Wizard Cats will win him this first fight. Ooh, Industrial picked on the way out. Look at those Benevolence that got that rail shot is what that looked like to me, and then the turret just got that last little bit of health. Maverick knows it, just beelines it immediately for Benny off of that high ground. With the top rope leap down. You know what? It was fun. That's checkpoint picked up, though. And a 2-minute checkpoint is, I mean, ridiculously less than 2-minute checkpoint. Incredibly fast. And so far, Maverick has not been able to close the gap without taking, you know, too much damage. No, good opener there from Duck. Yeah, Cycle even dropping the respect there in the match chat. Maverick does get it done this time, though. So as they're able to kind of turn the corner and just ambush Mono, and of course with that great opening pick out of Ducky. We get our first fight win here from Iliad Artemis on this map. Benny finds the angle here from Mecha side. I mean, just taking the Juno out of the fight immediately. It's the orbital rate going back to spawn with it. You see the pressure comes in from Wizard Cats, knowing that Artemis have no choice but to retreat back and wait for that main source of sustain to return. You cannot hold that point with just Lucio heals alone. Oh, and the cart's getting back away from him. Benny slides all the way down where... there is a potential... Oh, never mind. I was going to say there was a potential Kitsune Rush available. Excuse me, Orbital available. Been watching too much Kiriko. But, you know what? Wizard Cats never drop it. They hit the one ultimate on the Torbjorn, but they hold on to both support ults through that, and they just allow Marduk to invest and Artemis to get control of this bot. Psycho waiting to throw in this orbital for this next fight. I didn't see, you know, if Psycho wasn't in a good position to drop it or was under too much pressure or not exactly why they didn't try to trade out the ultimates on that one. I doubt it was just a conscious decision walking into the fight, but you know, when Benny can just get opening picks without ultimates like that consistently, you know, maybe your goal is to just never press Q. Cage fight's gonna get Psycho as well as Manoa in it. Manoa's gonna pop this Annihilation. Looking for anything squishy up top. Actually manages to find Marduk's. Industrial going down as well. Wizard Cat's kind of making something out of nothing here. They do have close spawns, so the Cats could potentially move up and solidify this high ground. Yeah, you can see Easy Peasy even comes out a close spawn side. Manoa running down. Maverick running in for the overrun onto Manoa. Oh, the backup is there. Duck's got you in your sights. That was looked like a headshot through the group. Overclock was available, but the Cats back up, draw Maverick in, bait in the Mulga, and find the pick on the tank. A disastrous turn here for Artemis. Pain Correa trying to see if they can turn the tide, swing this fight with the Dragon Blade, with the swing of the sword, but Benevolence says, my gun beats your knife. Wizard Cats marching right back towards the Artemis spawn. That's a tree. Benevolence with the window OC. Think RE and a shot industrial sides. Now it's the time to go ahead and throw down this sound barrier. You know, help fend off the overclock as well as solidify the front line, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it whatsoever. You push Manoa back around the corner. And it looks like Ducky, yeah, was able to retake this window. Pops the OC from up here. He's just hang out right, like jumped off the head of Easy Peasy. Lead back and get a couple of good picks here. Some frame meterage being snuck out by Psycho and Manoa, but this bot will start marching back the other direction. See, remember, the number on your screen is how much health Maverick will get when they pop the cardiac overdrive. So I'm gonna bonus 70 health right now. We're going in with a cage fight. I think we're hoping to catch the rotation, but don't quite get it. Benevolence finds Marduk's down this long sight line. God, I feel like I just need to leave it on Benny Pop. With Marduk's taking that ultimate down to the respawn room with them, this is a massive advantage here for the Cats, and they don't even feel like they need to invest. They don't even have to leverage that ult advantage. Can hold on to it for the next fight. Less than 3 minutes remain on the clock. Marduk comes in and drops the orbital. God, that was a flashbang, wasn't it? Space beams coming out over the bridge. Just crossing on top of each other. That does go underneath as well. Bit of an aerial battle there. Easy Peasy manages to find the high ground. Gets the kill on Marduk with a little help from Benny. I heard a cage fight come out from Maverick. I guess missed. It looks like it immediately got dropped. Industrial has the sound barrier, but way far away from the rest of the team. Just fled that annihilation. Both tanks ended up trading here. Correa is low, though. Has to back out of there. Can't take the duel with Benny. I guess the good news here for Artemis is Benny is also low. So they don't pursue. That's the sound barrier coming in. Pekar trying to push forward, build up the rest of this blade. Was momentarily stopped by the Molten Cord. Benny does it again! Is Benny the best Sojourn in NA expert? Let's find out. Blade and, Blade invested. Sound barrier as well as this overclock coming from the other side. And a quiet overclock there for Benny. Nobody really wanted to contest that. Easy Peasy does finish off the blading Pain Correa. So close spawns regained here from Wizard Cats. 90 seconds to go. Manoa low. Ducky will get the kill before even popping the overclock. Has a low Easy Peasy on the point. Nice little move from Easy Peasy. At least void the railgun shot, but Industrial will chase him down. Not much needed fight win here from Artemis.
Enemy turret destroyed.
All of Cats did get those forward spawns. So they are here for a quick high ground contest. Push out. That was a huge boop. Industrial's able to follow up on that and get one, but puts himself in a dangerous spot to make it happen. Benny had 1 health. Maverick's able to find him. And is close to yet another cage fight. Didn't Maverick just use this cage fight? I swear Maverick just used this cage fight. Psycho on fire! Not gonna make it out. Oh, the saddest Juno ragdoll death. Checkpoint unlocked. 15 seconds to go. Artemis have given themselves a real chance here. They only have to make it to the crosswalk there. Maybe not even to the crosswalk. Watch for Biddy coming in down low through the hallway on the floor. Okay, it's backed out. Not going to pursue that. Orbital Ray as well as Cage Fight available here for Artemis. Nothing on the other side. Benny's close to an OC, but not quite there yet. Marduk's topping everybody off. Benny playing right at the line, right at the front of this yellow bus. Final fight. Wizard Cats try to close this out to 3-0. It's going to be the OC pop from Benny, but the overclock is coming in from Artemis on the other side. Maverick is able to get the cage fight down. 2, 3 quick picks here for Artemis. That is going to be the map. Esperanca goes the way of Iliad, and they will not get shut out here today. Map 3 stats for you. Oh, this one's going quick. This one's going quick. Wasting no time. Benny with another fantastic round. But you know what? Dunk is able to match in that one. Look at that. 23-4 there for Ducky. And Duck on Quack keeps Iliad and Artemis alive here in this series. And in their fight, move back up into that top 5 position. Double check real quick our bans here before we get into this one. Suravasa, of course, there was no map ban here from Artemis. This is a Wizard Cats map pick as well. It was, we were talking about Far was a repeat ban. Maga banned out from Cats here. All right, let's get into map 4. Do we get our 5th map 5 in 6 series? Okay, Wizard Cats close this one out in 4. Stop this momentum here on their map pick of Suravasa. Whoop. Looks like we're going to get a stair approach. Psycho Goat, says Louie. Psycho back on the Juno here. We're getting the Lucio Juno from All Noah's Ramatra, where Marduk's is going back into the Kiri here. So, of course, we had the Kiri was banned last map. Marduk coming back into it now. Benevolence once again finds first pick. Just so darn lethal in these neutral fights. Delivering opening engagements, excuse me, for Wizard Cats time and time again. You got a very low Maverick on the point. Refuses to die. Marduk's making good use of that Kiriko, the Suzu. Kept Maverick alive there for a minute. Marduk's able to trade out one. First cap goes to the Cats. his role. But I appreciate the follow. Shogu Val as well. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. Marduk's coming up on a very quick Kitsune rush. About 25% ahead of the supports on the other side. Try to get Artemis back into this thing, but Benny does it again. Benny does it again before they can even turn the corner. The Industrial is brought down to their knees as well. Mick will clean up on the back, and another flawless fight comes out from the Cats. This one should be good enough for the first point. Yeah, looks like we're just going to get a rotation to the left here. Okay, they are going to aim speed back in, see if they can make it back. This is going to be close. 94%. There's the dash in from Pink Array to get the overtime started. Orbit Array on this point, that was going to make it exceedingly difficult for Maverick to survive, but the Orbit Array is kind of pulling the team off of the objective. Now we're going to get the Miktham Blade coming out into the sound barrier. Ooh, that yellow bar was so close to fading, but Maverick gets the touch just in time. There's no clock to try to close this out, and Ducky's managed to fight easy peasy already. The Annihilation from Noah. Try to attach those tendrils of death, and will wrestle Duck down with them. Final fight goes to a 1v1, but Noah standing tall. The last one standing, as a matter of fact, when it's all said and done. Rotation around through the front door here. You don't see this rotation very often. That back coastal side is such a strong defensive point. So, yeah, Pankerate dashes across, trying to inch closer and closer to that back line. Just spamming out Mon Noah, trying to get the rest of this blade. Industrial is already headed to the back. Okay, is joining Pankerate on this side. Benevolence pops an overclock from that coastal position, that defensive spot. Pegray eventually built up towards that blade, tried to go in, but easy peasy's got a sound barrier on the point. Marduk does pick up an opening kill, though, taking Mick down, and Maverick has got an Annihilation, able to move back onto that coastline. This forced Wizard Cast into a bad spot, and a good pounce to prevent the escape. Really nice fight there out of Iliad Artemis to grab first control here on Temple. Love the way Panker is able to kind of sneak up on that right-hand side. You know, you're making them worry. Industrial kind of doing the same thing. You force Wizard Cats to acknowledge that flank there from Coast, and it kind of opened things up from there. Now, you do have an orbital right coming back in from the other direction. I don't know if Mardix has clocked this. If Mardix has clocked that Seikuu doesn't quite have their ultimate yet, they might get aggressive here. And this is exactly what we're going to see. Nemesis form pop. Couple punches, just getting the Colat through everybody. He didn't quite get the kill. That was a ton of damage. Ends up being easy peasy trading out for Pain Corray. Overclock popped from Ducky here on the outside. Finds Mick. Sliding back in. Sound barrier popped from Industrial as well. And this is looking like an Artemis win. The boop off the side for Industrial will seal the deal here on Temple and tie us up on Suravasa. Oh, we're headed all the way to the other side. Yeah. Brick, thank you for the follow. Mick trying to use a blade here in transit as this fight taking place just outside of the market. It was a really nice move there from Ducky to avoid. I think Ducky was the target, but still had slide, was able to back up and get out. Ducky does end up coming up with a kill on the Seikuu, though. Lewis to spam this hat for the Cats. Fortunately, dropping some players early in that transitional fight means first cap does go to Artemis. Oh, nice shot. Finding Ducky just over the shoulder, I guess under the armpit of Maverick there. Industrial low. Pick Ray's able to sneak through, and Maverick's Annihilation will finish off Benevolence mid-overclock. Back-to-back fantastic fights here out of Artemis, and they're starting to put a few of them together, as a matter of fact. Brick and Shogun getting in on the Louis spam. Love to see it. Love to see it. JS72, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Also dropping in some of that wizard hats for the cat spam. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Sound barriers are out of sync here for Easy Peasy and Industrial, with the edge going over to the cats. With the Kitsune rush and thrown in from Mardix here, as Noah tried to move up to this top side. Does pop the Annihilation for that extra armor, that extra damage. Little slide back from Quack. They're able to get out of the doorway. Oh, Industrial will fall. Noah will pick them out of the sky, 4% away. I think Easy Peasy might have some Ajax, though. I think Easy Peasy Ajax. Now we're going to get the Response Blade coming out of Mick, trying to chase Pink Ray down after sheathing their own Dragon Blade. Ends up being just a zoning blade there out of Mick. And a broken fight here on the back of this. Eventually, Palace will go over to Artemis. We're going to get a last-second touch out of Mick. Maverick, 3 quick punches will finish off Easy Peasy. Kitsune rush out here from Psycho as they try to push back on. Maverick had already finished off Noah. It's a little bit late. Ducky's able to help Maverick finish off yet another kill. How many times can I say that in one frickin' team fight? Blobby Lord, thank you for the follow as well. Also getting in on the Wizard Hat, Wizard Cat spam. Multiple fight wins in a row here for Artemis. And now 1 flashpoint away of forcing this map 5. 4 ultimates to do it with here. Claim first control at the very least. Ducky will open up with the OC. 3 consecutive shots land on to Mick to find the opening pick here. And it's a good start for Artemis. Vanilla's trying to answer from this low ground side. Has Maverick in a bad spot, and we'll finish him off there with a beautiful overcharged headshot. And it turns into a beautiful little 3-piece before it's all said and done. Make it 4. Benny, you gonna get the ace? Oh, Noah robbed the ace. It was really good use of the overcharge there. So with the disruptor shot actually getting the kill, all 150 of the charge, proving valuable in that kill on the Duck. Backing up onto this point. Mark's gonna try to continue the ambush, immediately throwing the Kitsune rush right over the middle. Easy Peasy caught on the outside. Back it up. There's the swift step in. All 3 players trying to back up. Both Annihilations thrown into this as well. Easy Peasy dies 3% away from the sound barrier. And the big old fight goes the way of Iliad Artemis once again. I mean, we did get at least a fight win for the Cats amidst the middle of that. They build up for 54%. But it's a nasty stagger on the Saiku, and this one is quickly going to approach a last fight scenario here for the Wizard Cats. Cats do have Sound Barrier and Blade to work with. Dragon Blade pulled out on the back line to start, but gets absolutely nothing. Beautiful boop out of Industrial. Mardix with the kill. Easy Peasy eats a kunai and still trying to duck it around this corner. Does get the sound barrier down, but doesn't hit Noah with it. Noah somehow gets blocked off. The sound barrier doesn't reach. Artemis close out Suravasa. We're headed to another map 5. Well then. So after a dominant Blizzard World back on map 2, Wizard Cats were looking poised for a quick 3-0 here, but Man, Artemis dug deep and have other plans. Ducky comes back with 2 spectacular maps, 23 and 4 there on Esperanca, 25 and 4 here on Suravasa. Very similar damage on both, and in both instances, putting up more elims than Benevolent on the other side. It's just been server admin all series long. I mean, Benny's still finding those clutch opening picks, but outside of those early fights, Artemis are able to win it back. Artemis are winning a lot of the big ult fights here as well. Told y'all keep that Route 66 in mind. It did, in fact, come into play. This is an Iliad Artemis map pick as well as they look to complete this reverse sweep, with Dorado being banned out by Wizard Cats. On a ban from Artemis, Lucio ban from Cats. Our 5th map 5 in 6 series. Our 5th map 5 since Friday. Like, our 5th map 5 since Friday. Wild. Wild. Let's get into it. It's Route 66. All right, strap in. Here we go. Lucio on a band out. So our backline's going to have to get creative here. We're going to break Juno backline being shown to us from Cats. But you know what? They still have a little bit of time to change their mind. In fact, we're seeing Easy Peasy make some swaps already. It's going to be a kind of a double flex look here with the Kiri alongside the Juno for the defense of Artemis. Wicked cool Kiri skin, too. Look at that Kiri skin out of Industrial. That's badass. I love the kind of metallic look on it. That's really cool. Reminds me of the Tracer Rose skin. Hazard pick out of Manoa, and we are going to get the Juno brick here from this back line. Mick pulling out the Tracer. Oh, I'm just going to call you Dino Nuggies, because Dino Nuggies is a great name. I wish I had thought of the gamer tag Dino Nuggies. A quick high ground approach. Manoa doesn't really seem to have anything in sights at the moment. Just doing a little poking and prodding, but does solidify some ground to kind of hang out there for a moment, stage a little bit. I love the move from Maverick. Maverick dropped down into the low cave, so it's like, fine, if you're going to hang out up top here, Maverick is going to hang out in the mega cave, which would have been uncomfortable for the back line. So Manoa had no choice, and we end up kind of both teams fall back to their respective sides. Still, the cart has managed to inch its way around the corner. Dino Nuggies looking to see if they can get some more meterage here. No deaths until Duck finds that kill right there on the Psycho. Just Brig heals left for the squad. The Brig is way far back here and shield bashing even further away. Maverick holding the high ground, and so far, $130 eating off the clock. The cart's made it close to the end, so one fight win will get this point in. Face to the base. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you for being here. Caught up on a big ult fight. Artemis have been very good in the massive ult fights here lately. I mean, orbital ray tossed in from Big Earls. Noah just retreats into the high ground, blocking their retreat with that wall. But Maverick's still able to kind of use the jump jets creatively, keep pressure on, and Duck finds that kill on the Benny. God, where did Duck pick up that kill? Pop a Benny off that high ground. Now over the half time has been taken off of this clock. About 90 seconds remain here for Wizard Cats on their attack. Maddie! Good to see you. I was wondering where you were. We missed you. Rally pop from Easy Peasy. It's like he's going to find Pancaray, and I think that's the first kill for this attacking squad, if I'm not mistaken. Industrial does get a Kitsune rush down on this top side, but the shield bash kill on the Marduk's, and that should be the cap. Like I said, because of that early presence, ooh, a recontest possible. Only 3 people here. No, there comes Pancaray out from the low side with the blade. Trying to be the unexpected X Factor, sneaking in on this attack. Gets in underneath Benevolence, who's got the overclock running. Easy Peasy is there for the backup, but Dino Nuggies falls on the front line, a.k.a. Mick. Good shots land. That was a full railgun, and Marduk's knew they were in trouble. A little bit of a jump scare on the Marduk's. You can almost see Marduk's eyes go wide. Nugodines? I like Nugodines. All right, Pancaray off the Genji. Pulls out the Echo. Artemis move to that far rotation just so they can put more pressure down onto Maverick. They weren't able to get it done from on top of the roof, so they have to rotate to the top of garage. This is open things up. Maverick is able to rotate down and continue that all the way into a kill on the Easy Peasy with some help from Pancaray. Manoa punished, just trying to get a little bit of extra meters. Maverick looking for an exit pick here, but you got to respect the Benny Soj. Not able to hang out there too long. Less than 2 minutes to go, though. I mean, I will say, despite not winning a whole lot of fights, we did once again. We see some good cart progress picked up from Wizard Cats. Let's say I think Noah's in a bit of a battle here with Maverick inside the cave. Trying to use the disruptor shot to build easy to get towards the rest of that rally. That was the orbital ray tossed in here from Marduk's. Maverick forced off of that high ground, though. Pancaray dies, courtesy of the downpour. Out of Noah picks up a pair of kills on that, while keeping Maverick out of the fight amidst their own orbital ray. So really nicely played. High value downpour. Noah will deliver a fight win. Much needed one here for the Cats. There is time for a recontest on this one, though. Oh, you're in the stadium playtest. Oh, congrats. Pancaray with the hazard duplicate. I don't know that I've ever seen a hazard duplicate, to be honest. Duck on Quack has an overclock here, and a Kitsune rushes out from the defense of Artemis. While Noah giving chase. Duck on Quack has to just bail up top. Not the ideal angle. With the pulse bomb landing, Maverick is taken down, and that's 2 points on the board here out of the Cats. All right, Pekare making the end of the swap. Goes into the Torb here. Goes into the anti-hazard. Particularly with his long, narrow sight line in the warehouse. The Torb can get a lot of value. Mono has been so good with these downpours. Catches Industrial right on the gauge. A 3-player downpour. Immediately finds Marduk's after the initial anchoring as well. The rooting is the death of both supports here for this defense of Artemis. And despite a fantastic 0.8 defense, it's starting to slip between their fingers here on Route 66. As the cart pressures in for its final resting place. Looming ever closer. "26 seconds. Final fight to try to get this cap. Benevolence on top of the truck. Paint cart just holding on to the point, kind of sharing duties with Maverick to anchor this cart down. Maverick taking a lot of damage though. Orbital Ray comes out. Maverick trying to back up into it. Eats a stun out of the rallying shield bash. But Monoa goes down. The pulse will not land. You know, looks like Wizard Cats might have run out of steam here at the final moment, just before the finish line. Well, over the way, thrown on at this point. Benevolence with an overclock. Oh, but this is a 2v5. And now there's a Kitsune rush up from this defense. So I know as his return on the ball, 1 by 1, the Artemis defense does handle the stragglers coming onto the point and will fend off this attack.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Winston defense with Mick pulling out, or sticking with the... Actually, no. Pulling out the Torbjorn. Excuse me, it was Pankare who pulled out the Torbjorn there in that point C.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Here the customer.
Bit of a split defense here out of Wizard Cast. You've got Psyche back in that very safe spot along the outside. Pankare pushing through on that upper flank. I think has eyes set on Benny at the moment. Industrial does manage to move in on that side, but gets forced out here from Monoa. Maverick coming up for a bit of backup. And Artemis able to claim a lot of this space here just underneath the camera, forcing everybody from Catsko to Big Earls. This puts Saiku very, very back. See, Pankare was trying to move through to find him, but with the bubble there, they're able to thwart that. So it's Mick who ends up bearing the brunt of the attack. First kill goes over to Artemis here. They are very close to getting this first point on the board here. One and dunning this point A. Benny was trying to sneak onto that high ground, but oh, bit off way more than they can chew. Great ambush as 3 players converge onto Benevolence, recognizing they had stepped way too far forward on top of Big Earls, and that's going to be the cap. So just under 5 minutes here for Artemis to work with. Mono with the primal range. Go ahead, pop it. Try to isolate some targets. Gets Duck on Quack. How do they even see Duck from that angle? Kind of the sideways angle on the primal. Oh, and the big slam damage on the Pinker. Hey, got that extra height on it for a bit of extra slam. Nice two-piece out of Mono. And with the stabilization here, Benevolence is going to become a real problem. Or potential, at least. Has a very strong power position up on top of the garage. And it can be difficult to close that gap. Concerning Rush comes in from Artemis. Benevolence pops the overclock. With Pancrate clearing off, it's just open season down through the arches here for Benevolence. And it's going to be enough to force this attacking team back. And that's about a minute eaten off the clock so far here on point B. I'm really curious if Mono goes for Chain Lightning again. It's the first time I've seen Winston not use the regenerative barrier. I actually got the proper name on that one. Not Healing Bubble. Regenerative Barrier. Orbital Ray tossed in here from Wizard Cats. Where is that orbital? Okay, it's making its way into the room. This Pink Ray pulls out the blade, but Easy Peasy does not get into the orbital in time to benefit from that healing. Pink Ray says, I don't care where your beam is coming from, the Dragon Blade will reign supreme. Comes up with a third. And that's a nice cleanup there for Artemis. Duck hiding with the OC. Wait for everybody to line up.
This ends now.
Patience. That's now's the moment. Don't let him get out to the speed ring. Monoa and Dino Nuggies do make it out past the overclock. So Dino Nuggies, aka Mick, is able to sit here and anchor. We got another primal coming out from Monoa, and Benny's already picked up one. So good recontest out here from Wizard Cats. They're not going to give up this cap just yet. Great D-Mech there on a Maverick as well. Maverick just running back to spawn, get Mech back. I believe that's what's happening. Yep, there we go. Swap Doom, swap back to Diva, back in Mech. Back on the job. Looks like 2 more opportunities, I'd say, here for Artemis. And get this cap in. Perhaps 3, depending on how these team fights go. Rally up from Easy Peasy. Now was 2 people hit by that shield back. But Marnix is right there with the orbital ray, and Easy Peasy goes down. Mick does find 2 with the pulls. Everybody clustered up inside the orbital ray. Guess what? It's just healing, not damage mitigation. Easy pickings there from Mick. And they move in with the blink recall, with the melee recall. Oh, that was some decent damage out of Monoa. You know what? Probably just ended up gonna be some ult charge here for Easy Peasy, and that was a nice long fight. This could be final opportunity here. We're gonna hit the 45-second mark. Can Artemis add another 90 seconds to the time bank? Extend their opportunity for this reverse sweep. You're trying to stave off losing 2 matches in a row, falling further down into the bracket. It's a continuing rush out onto the garage. Disengage. Clean there. Automon Noah is able to back up, build very close towards this primal rage. And yes, they are indeed using the chain lightning to help get there quicker. Orbital right now tossed in here from the defensive Cats. While Noah circles back around. Easy Peasy leading the charge up top as Maverick takes to the high ground. Monoa now built up towards this primal rage. Finds Pancray in their side. Second Quack is going to pop the overclock here from the top of garage. Jumps up out of the primal rage. Out of Monoa. Mavericks is able to find a kill on the Easy Peasy. Monoa has to hide on top of the garage for a moment. It's a 5v4. Monoa low on health. Drops the bubble down. Oh, and just sit cartwheeling up into the sky. Artemis will not let Benevolence get this overclock online. Manoa does not find anything with the Primal Rage. Pink Ray is going to go ahead and pop the blade just to ensure this cap. Okay, apparently Dino and Duck are going to trade out here. Pink Ray off of the Genji. Onto the Torp. This lifeguard Torp is amazing. Nick is going to go into a fire here for this final point. 60 seconds to go. Overclock in the pocket of Vinny with these long, straight sight lines all the way down Main Street. Extremely dangerous for anybody to poke their head up around the corner, especially the way Vinny's been playing today. There's the OC popped. Industrial's going to throw in a Kitsune Rush, and here comes Maverick to chase you down, but he didn't have the slide to get out of there. Manoa immediately battered down as well after swapping over to the Zarya, and this is getting close to being a victory here for Artemis. The reverse sweep within their grasp. One last chance, but he's going to swap over to Tracer, going to try to come out and get the touches. Anybody going to make it? Nobody makes it! Nobody makes it! Artemis complete the reverse sweep. Win it out here on their map pick of Route 66. GG's in the chat.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Wow. Man, oh man. I thought we were going to get one more fight there. Impressive series all around. Incredible series all around. Let's take a look at some stats there from map 5. There it is. It helps if I hit the right button. Benny was 17.6k damage. Manoa at 18k, leading the server. It's just not quite enough. I mean, look how damn close this map was. I mean, this series was. But, I mean, with 22 and 21 elims, you had exactly 43 elims out of both DPS from both sides. 27, 29 elims between your two tanks, respectively. You know, only a couple of deaths separating the two tanks. You know, Benny actually had the fewest deaths of all the DPS out there. Oh, an incredibly close series. Yet another very, very close series as we got our 5th Map 5 series in 6 games. I know it was supposed to be Master Tuesday, but like I'm so glad we were able to bring you this match. What a banger. What an absolute banger. Ah, Manoa there in chat. Oh, that my heart breaks for you, my friend. My heart breaks for you. Tough series, but what an exciting series. It was a damn good series. So fun to watch.